Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Coleman. 7 yards there and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the...
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54 Mike. Check down.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On play action, it's Carr. Jordan Reed has it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Carr now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Coleman.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And goal.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
A 26-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go.
Makes the score.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3.
Does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
5-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. No
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carriers.
The throw complete to Dorsett, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Check, check. Lucky. You got time. You got time.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Carson.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd down.
The gun. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3. Seahawks nothing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gold is able to put it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 43 yards.
1st down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
5 at the 24-yard line.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 19-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the express. Check tight. Check tight. Check, Mike. 50.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now Carr again. Now they go screen. It's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, as the first half is winding down. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
A gain of 2.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Flushed out right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Gold is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw again is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Is 3rd down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down. Wilson will throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A 4-yard pickup.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Seahawks.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle. This is Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run again with Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Niners 17, Seahawks 7.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. L.J. Collier coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Seattle.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jamal Adams there on
no gain on the play there, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A pass underneath for Carson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the 49ers' 19-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Niners 17, Seahawks 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Coleman now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Today's final score.